In this video, I will be going over the Selection Tool, Direct Selection Tool, Lasso Tool, and the Magic Wand Tool. You can follow along with this video by downloading the associated Illustrator file that is located in the video's related files. The Selection Tool is used when you are wanting to move entire objects or paths, or selecting groups of objects. The keyboard shortcut is V, and when selected, the cursor is a black arrow. With the Selection Tool selected, we are able to move entire paths and shapes without distorting them. Once an object is selected, a bounding box will show up around the shape. From here, you are able to change the length, width, and scale of the shape. If you hold Shift, you are able to select multiple items at the same time. If you are wanting to modify an object or path shape or a point on a path, you will need to use the Direct Selection Tool. The keyboard shortcut is an A, and when selected, the cursor is a white arrow. With the Direct Selection Tool, we are able to modify the line by first clicking on the shape or line and then clicking and dragging to move a single point. You will know a point is selected when it is a solid circle. On the square, we can move the corner points to make a new shape by first clicking on the shape and then by clicking and dragging a corner anchor. Just as with the Selection Tool, you can hold Shift and select multiple points to make multiple changes at once. We can also change the look of corners within shapes. This is done by first clicking on a shape or a line and then selecting an anchor point and then double-clicking on the white circle that shows up beside it. A window will pop up with the corner options. Here you can choose different shapes and roundings for the corners. You can also just click and drag the circle to round out the edges. The Lasso Tool is mainly used for selecting multiple shapes that are close together or selecting multiple points on overlapping paths. The Lasso Tool can be found in the Direct Selection Tool group, which can be accessed by clicking and holding on the Direct Selection Tool or by the keyboard shortcut Q. With the tool, we are able to click and draw around objects to select multiple circles without having to select each one separately. From here, you can make changes to the multiple objects selected. We are going to change the color of the selected dots to green. With the Lasso Tool, you can also select multiple points within a shape. Now with the Lasso Tool, we can select the two left corner points. The Magic Wand Tool is used when you want to select multiple items that have the same properties on an artboard. If you cannot find the Magic Wand Tool on your toolbar, you can select the ellipses and find it that way, or you can use the keyboard shortcut Y. Let's say I want to change the green filled circles back to red. First, I will select the Magic Wand Tool and select one of the circles. When I do this, all of the objects on the artboard with the same fill color will be selected. From here, we can use the toolbar or color window to change the circles to red. If you open up the Magic Wand Tool collapsed panel, there are different options for how multiple objects are selected. To open the panel, go to Window and go down and select Magic Wand. Here you can choose to select multiple shapes by the stroke color, stroke weight, or opacity. Let's say we want to select all objects that have the same stroke weight as the star and change that stroke weight to 5. On the collapsed panel, change the selection to stroke weight. We will change the tolerance to 0 to ensure that we are selecting only strokes with the same stroke weight as that star. Now, with the Magic Wand Tool selected, we will click on the star again. You can see only the shapes with the same stroke weight were selected. From here, we can go to the Control panel and change the stroke weight to 5.